Welcome to the deep dive. We're glad you're here because today we're really focusing in on you and how you can future-proof your career.
Yeah, especially with artificial intelligence just becoming so, well, everywhere.
Exactly. It's moving so fast, isn't it? And it's not just the big tech companies anymore. It feels like it's touching almost every field.
It really is. The impact is pretty widespread already, changing jobs in ways we're still trying to fully get our heads around.
So our aim today really is to help you figure out how to navigate all this. Doesn't matter if you're a student or deep into your career, the goal is to give you what you need to not just survive, but actually, thrive.
Right. Think of it as your game plan for this AI era.
Okay, so let's get straight into it. The AI shift. It's not some sci-fi future thing. It's happening now and it's happening fast.
Yeah. The impact on jobs is real. We're already seeing it.
For sure. Think about routine tasks, data entry, for example.
Right. Or writing first drafts of content, summarizing big reports, even basic coding or translation. AI is doing a lot of that already.
It is, but it's important to get the nuance here, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
not always about jobs just disappearing.
Exactly. That's a bit too simplistic.
Mm.
It's much more about transformation. How jobs function is changing.
It's a reshaping of roles rather than outright replacement in many cases.
Yeah. I mean, think back to, say, electricity becoming widespread in the early 1900s.
Okay.
Some jobs definitely went away, but think of all the completely new industries, new types of jobs that were created because of it. Things nobody could have imagined before.
That's a great analogy. Electricity changed everything, manufacturing, how we communicated.
Transport, everything.
Yeah.
And AI feels like that kind of fundamental shift. And just like back then, the key is adaptation.
Right. If you adapt, you don't just survive the shift. You can actually benefit from it, maybe even significantly.
Precisely. So adapting is crucial.
Okay, so if AI is taking over some of the, let's say, repetitive stuff, the data crunching,
Yeah.
what skills are left? What makes us, human workers still valuable? What can't AI do so well?
Well, interestingly, a lot of these really durable skills are fundamentally human ones. Take emotional intelligence.
Ah, yeah. EQ.
Right. AI can simulate empathy, maybe. He can learn to say empathetic things.
Yeah, I've seen some of that. He can sound quite convincing sometimes.
It can.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel it. It doesn't have that genuine understanding, that shared experience that builds real trust. Think about leadership or teamwork or even just building rapport with a client.
That authentic connection. Yeah, hard to see AI truly replicating that. Seems irreplaceable, really.
I think so. Then there's critical thinking.
Okay. How does that play out with AI?
Well, AI can find answers, process data incredibly fast, but asking the right questions, understanding the context behind the data, spotting subtle bias in the information AI gives you, that's still very much a human skill.
Right. AI gives you the what, but we figure out the so what and why does this matter? We evaluate it.
Exactly. It's about judgment, analysis, not just information retrieval.
Makes sense. What else? Creativity. Although AI can generate images, music.
It can, and
Yeah.
sometimes impressively. But where does the original spark come from? The why behind the creation? The unique perspective or the drive to make something new?
That feels human. AI is maybe more like an incredibly sophisticated tool for creativity. It can execute or iterate. But the core idea.
The core idea, the intention, the connection of disparate concepts in a truly novel way, that still feels very much in our court.
Okay. Emotional intelligence, critical thinking, creativity. What's next?
Ethical judgment. This one's huge.
Yeah. Because AI doesn't really have morals, does it?
Not inherently, no.
Yeah.
It runs on code and data. It doesn't understand right or wrong in a complex human sense. It doesn't grasp values.
And that's crucial in so many fields. Law, medicine, government. You need human values guiding decisions, especially when the stakes are high.
Absolutely critical. You need that human oversight, that ethical compass.
Okay. And the last one.
Adaptability itself.
Mm.
Just the sheer ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn.
Given how fast everything's changing.
Exactly. The pace is just incredible. So being flexible, being willing to pick up new skills, maybe letting go of old ways of doing things, that's not just helpful, it's probably essential for the next, say, 10 years.
That almost feels like the meta skill, the ability to keep changing with the changes.
It really might be. And notice, none of these are purely tech skills.
Right. They're human skills, life skills, really.
Exactly. Valuable no matter what the technology is.
Okay, that gives us a good handle on the skills that endure. So let's pivot slightly. What about actual jobs? What kinds of careers are looking, well, pretty good in this AI future. Where's the growth likely to be?
Well, one big category is what you might call AI-augmented roles.
Okay, what does that mean exactly?
It means jobs where AI becomes a powerful tool within the existing profession. It enhances what the human does, rather than replacing them outright.
Gotcha. Can you give some examples?
Sure. Think of a marketing professional. They might use something like, say, GPT to brainstorm ideas or draft initial copy for ads or posts really quickly.
Right, scaling content creation.
Exactly. Yeah. But the strategy, the campaign oversight, the deep market understanding, that's still the human. Yeah. Or a doctor using AI to analyze scans or patient data much faster.
Speeding up diagnostics.
Yeah, freeing them up to focus on the complex cases, the patient interaction, the treatment planning, or even coders. Many are using tools like GitHub Copilot now.
Right, the AI suggests code snippets.
It does. It handles some of the routine stuff, lets the developer focus on the bigger picture, the architecture, the really tricky problem solving.
So it's like having a super-powered assistant for certain tasks within your job.
That's a great way to put it. Then, of course, there's the whole field of actually building and maintaining the AI itself.
AI development, data science.
AI engineers, machine learning specialists, data scientists, huge demand there and growing. Someone has to design, train, and manage these systems.
Naturally. The tech needs creators and maintainers.
And then there's teaching people how to use it all, education and training.
Ah, interesting. Teaching AI skills.
Yeah, think about it. Everyone needs to learn how to work with these tools effectively, from kids in school to professionals needing to upskill. So good trainers, good educators who understand AI will be vital.
That makes a lot of sense. A whole new area of education, really.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And let's not forget roles that are deeply human-centric. Human services.
Like therapy, coaching.
Exactly. Therapy, coaching, maybe certain types of teaching, elder care, jobs that rely heavily on trust, empathy, deep emotional understanding.
Things AI struggles to replicate authentically.
Precisely. That human connection is paramount there. And finally, we're seeing totally new jobs pop up because of AI.
Like what?
Well, prompt engineers is one you hear about. People who get really good at writing the instructions, the prompts, to get the best possible output from an AI model.
Huh. So learning how to talk to the AI effectively becomes a job in itself.
It seems so. Or AI model trainers, people who help refine the AI, give it feedback, curate the data it learns from to improve its accuracy and reduce bias. Maybe data ethics officers.
Wow. Okay, so the big takeaway here feels like combining what you already know, your domain expertise,
Yeah.
with knowing how to use these AI tools effectively. That seems like the sweet spot.
That's exactly it. Domain expertise plus AI fluency. That's a powerful combination going forward.
Okay, this is super helpful. We've covered skills, we've covered potential job areas. Now, the really practical bit. What can someone listening right now do? What are the concrete steps to start preparing?
Right. Actionable stuff. Well, number one, and probably the most important, actually learn the tools.
Get hands-on.
Yes. Don't just read about ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or whatever the latest thing is. Use them. Play with them. Ask them silly questions. Ask them serious questions. Try to get them to do tasks related to your work or interest.
Really figure out what they can and can't do from experience.
Exactly. You need that firsthand feel. Reading isn't enough. Second, really double down on those soft skills we talked about earlier.
Communication, leadership.
Collaboration, critical thinking, emotional intelligence. As AI handles more routine stuff, your ability to work well with other humans becomes even more valuable. Invest time in developing those skills.
It's kind of ironic, isn't it? The more advanced the tech, the more important the human skills.
It really seems that way. Third piece of advice, build a portfolio.
Okay, what does that look like in an AI context?
It means showing how you think, how you create, using AI as part of your process. Maybe it's using AI to help generate some art, or code a small project, or write a series of articles, or even map out a business strategy.
So demonstrating that you can apply AI creatively and effectively in your field.
Precisely. Show, don't just tell. Fourth, stay curious. This field is moving at lightning speed.
No kidding.
So make it a habit. Follow some good AI news sources, maybe join an online community or two. Just keep learning. Be a lifelong learner. It's not optional anymore.
Gotta keep up, or at least try.
Yeah. And finally, a really effective way to learn, teach others.
Explain it to someone else.
Exactly. Trying to explain how an AI tool works or discussing the implications forces you to solidify your own understanding. You quickly find out what you don't know,
That's so true. The best way to learn is to teach.
It really is.
Yeah.
So those are 5 concrete things.
Hmm.
Learn the tools, invest in soft skills, build a portfolio, stay curious, and teach others.
That's a great list. So, wrapping this up then, the core message seems to be it's not really AI itself that's going to replace you.
Right. But maybe someone who is skilled at using AI effectively might have an edge.
So, this isn't something to be scared of necessarily, but more like a huge opportunity.
Absolutely. An opportunity to take control, to shape how you work in the future. And the fact that you're listening to this, thinking about it, that already puts you ahead. You're engaging that critical thinking, that adaptability.
And the potential upside is pretty massive, right? AI could amplify whatever you want to do.
Totally. Got an idea for a startup? Want to lead a team more effectively, create something amazing, teach better? AI can potentially help you do that faster and maybe in ways you haven't even imagined yet.
But it won't happen automatically. You have to actually jump in.
That's the key. You have to engage, experiment, learn, integrate, take action.
Which brings us to the final thought, maybe something for you, the listener, to chew on after this.
Yeah.
Given everything we've talked about, how are you going to start actively building your future with these tools starting today?
Ooh, that's a good question to leave people with. How will you stay curious? How will you be brave enough to experiment? What will you build?
Exactly. Plenty to think about. Thanks for diving deep with us.
Thanks for tuning in to Echoes of the Past. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a journey through history. Until next time, keep the past alive.